Hello everyone. Now, if you're thinking there's a lot of cars on this channel, I best just introduce you another one. You've already seen it in the front now. Turn around and show you. Oh, it's so funny. Look at the size of the thing. It is tiny. I just spent ages trying to get this on the perfect position on the ramp because, as you can tell, it's very, very small and short. Now, if you're looking at this and going, what on earth? As far as cars go, this is the biggest meme car that you can ever buy. You've all seen the TikToks. Everyone's seen one of these flipping over in Monaco. Everyone's seen them drifting around in the snow and stuff. That Citroen Ami 23 plate, 600 miles from new, is in my workshop for one reason and one reason only. And I'm so excited. It's just funny. It's just funny. I'm gonna tell you a couple little facts about this car. It's limited to 28 mile an hour. This one in particular has the sticker pack. So we have just arrows everywhere and the Tonic sticker down here. Every single one is left-hand drive. Look at this. Look at this. Two-seater. 2 seats in the back there, just like a McLaren. Yeah, it's very cool. The windows are like this. Ooh, very snazzy. If you go around to the other door, it is a suicide door. So, that door and the passenger door are exactly the same door. So if, say, someone crashed into this side, it's got the same part number door, apparently. Obviously, this one's got a couple of different stickers and reflectors on it. But, yeah, apparently they're exactly the same door. And also, apparently they're pretty much the same front and rear bumper. So if you look at the front bumper there, let's go around the back. There, it's just got a different filler piece, which looks like it may pop out. But yeah, same bumper, front and rear. This car was made to be cheap and cheap as you like. And as you can see from the roll cage in here, roll cage, it's made out of just some box section, just lashed together. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, this is so fun. And obviously, if you didn't already realize, this car is electric. I nearly got stuck in it. I got to 0 range as I got to the unit, turned it off, turned it back on, and it wouldn't drive. So I had to push it around to the unit and charge it up. But look at the goddamn side of the thing. It's like pushing a shopping trolley as well, by the way. I was pushing it into position. I was like, man, this is just walking along with it like this. It's amazing, so good. This one's got roof rails as well. I don't know if that's an optional extra. I know this is like a good one. This is a good one. This is a baller spec one. But yeah, so funny. It's not my car. It is a customer's car. I'm very fortunate to not have to spend all this money on what we're about to do to the car. And someone else is as stupid as me. I have a lot of parts here in front of me, all on this bench. And yeah, well, I am building the world's first bagged Citroen Ami. Oh, I love it. Now, you might be thinking, how do you bag a Citroen Ami? I don't know. I've given it a good go. So I've already been sent a couple of pictures of the underneath of this car. And I'm pretty sure what we've got here in front of me is going to work. I've had a look underneath. I'm going to have another look in a second. I'm going to put it up on the ramp. But I'll show you the kit that we've got here. This is mad overkill. Oh, God. Look what we got here. 3P management, right? Now, this isn't any 3P. This is 3/8 3P, right? So we've got 3/8 lines for this thing. It's gonna move. We've got dual compressors, big ones, 480cc dual pack compressor from Bayer. That's a big one. And obviously, this thing is like as big as the car. I'm not sure if this is even gonna fit. It's literally That might just fit. That is nearly as wide as the car. And then on top of that, with the tank, we've got this air gun, so we can put an attachment on the tank. So we've got attachment to, you know, fill the tires up with air if we choose to. So that's going in there. I've got to put a bulkhead fitting on the back somewhere. The amount of air this is going to move is ridiculous. 3/8 on this car is just crazy. It's just going to be funny. Anyway, here we have, right? So we wasn't sure what to go with. I just asked for a couple of pictures and a couple of basic measurements, had a look at it, and I took the decision to snap these up because these are brand new, bolted onto the car once. These are Mark II Golf / Polo 6N struts. Now, one of our friends actually put these on a Polo 6N and they wasn't really low for a Polo 6N, but they were cheap. They were cheap and cheerful. On a 6N, they won't go really low, but on this car, I am pretty confident with the basic measurements that we've got that we can actually get this thing on the ground, and I mean on the ground. If you've been here a while, I don't do things by halves. Everything has to be absolutely on the floor. Otherwise, like, what's the point? And if we're going on air, it has to literally like lay the bumpers on the ground. So it came with these top mounts. So I think potentially they may even go into position. If not, they've got these 4 Allen keys, so we can make our own top mount that bolts into these 4 Allen keys that replicates the AMI top mount. So I'm not too worried there. What I do know already is that they might be a bit short from the basic measurements we got. So potentially when we make, or if we have to make a new top mount, we'll have to put like a 30mm spacer on top of here, just so we get the lift. Obviously it'll go to the floor and it'll be absolutely on the floor, but you still want it to lift as well, because if it doesn't lift, then you're not going to be able to turn, and you're going to be driving into all the arches. That's not ideal. That being said, if it wasn't rubbing on the arches and it was just really low drive height, I don't think we'd actually damage anything, because I've had a brief look underneath there and it looks flat, and I mean flat. It looks like someone made it in their back garden, to be honest. Apparently it's built in Morocco, maybe? I'm not sure. We still need it to drive and we still need it to work, because the owner of the car, I'll put a poster up here. Yeah, one-leg geezer. So luckily he has, well, must have too much disposable income, because he's doing all this work to the AMI. What a hero. Anyway, my 2 cents here is that the struts we bought for the AMI, but he already had the management and the tank already for another project, and well, it's been fast-tracked into this vehicle now instead. Yeah, I'm going to show you one of the best things about the AMI, which is going to work for us so well. We go in here. Obviously sat so far back, there's like no boot space at all. But it has its own phone holder, which comes with the AMI, and it has a cable hole there. So when we put the management in, the cable can go straight down there underneath the dash. The controller has a lovely home for itself there. Look at this little hook, you put your bags on there. You've got a USB, it's got a heater, stuff like that. Let me turn the ignition on. 37 miles of range, 633 miles in total has been completed. Brilliant. It's even got Bluetooth there. I'm not quite sure what you could Bluetooth to. Yeah, what do you Bluetooth to? I don't know. This is your gear stick, handbrake. This works very well. And you might be wondering, where is all of the air going? The air has nowhere to go. You are correct. The seat ends here, and we've got here. So, now if you're wondering where it's all gonna go, there's clearly not many places for it to go. So, packing all that stuff in the back of the AMI is gonna be a task, but I'm prepared for it. So, obviously it's on the ramp, the smallest car I have had on the ramp and the smallest car I probably ever will have on the ramp. I'm so excited. Let's put this thing up in the air and I will show you the underneath of this Lego car. What a machine. I am so honored to have this on my ramp. So honored. There you go. Right. So, as you can see, there is not a lot of room either side of this car. This car is so compact. I think if you had a big crash in this, you'd be instantly dead. That's why they put you so far back in the cockpit. But we're not trying to crash anyway, so don't worry about it. But yeah, these wheels here, I think these are Citroen C3 brakes. So these are 4x108. We do have some wheels for this, but I'm not going to show you just yet. I'll wait till we get a bit further on in the build series because they might not fit. They are a little bit pokey. What I will say is they're old wheels. They're very old wheels and they are brand new in the box. And they're splits. So yeah, he's gone all out on this. So yeah, let's have a look underneath. What have we got underneath here? Oh, just some box section. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, look, there's the motor. The motor is right here. BGL, what does that stand for? Big gaping. Oh, no, I won't say anything else. Anyway, look underneath this car. It has obviously wishbones like a normal car, track rods like a normal car, and struts like a normal car. If you can see that there, that looks like a Mark II Gold strut to me. Well, similar. I'm pretty confident they might just bolt on down the bottom here, but we might need to do some adjustments, but as things go, it looks normal. And everything's brand new. Like, I've never worked on a car so new. Nothing's gonna be seized, everything's gonna be sorted. It's all plastic and Meccano and just all that sort of jazz. And I'm hoping it all clears up here because we want this to be up there. If I had to notch the chassis of the brand new car, it'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? But as we go further back, this is what I mean by the car is flat underneath. Look at, this is the skirt. See, this is the skirt. What do you see that's like underneath the skirt? Nothing. The skirt is the lowest point. For someone that's built load cars for many years, that doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. Like that is a blessing to have a car like that. So the only thing that's stopping us from getting that on the floor is literally dry shafts. The rest of it, I'm confident it will just sit on the floor. So this is the floor, plastic, with some super thin box section all the way along. What's that? The big cut line in the chassis. Both sides, up and here. It's a bit weird. That'll just fill up with water. Can't believe they didn't think about that in their designing. Anyway, yeah, plastic. Everywhere is plastic. Now we get to the back. We have these lower control arms, which were built in somebody's back garden. Quite literally the weirdest looking control arm I've ever seen in my life. It literally is a bunch of straight edges, built with a ruler. I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's cheap and cheerful. And if you see here, yeah, there is a strut there. And that bottom bush is a lot skinnier than the one we've got over there, which might be a problem I didn't think about. And at the top, there is another eyelet at the top there, which our struts don't have, but I already thought about this before, and I'm pretty sure that I can just put that top of the strut on our strut and, you know, just make it work. So this is where I think everything is gonna go. Like, look how much room is in here. Like, obviously not loads of room, but enough. God, look at the workmanship. Brilliant. If you was buying one of these for good quality, you got the wrong car. These things. Oh, I'm just laughing at Citroen's quality. I don't think we'll be working together on any projects soon, because this is brilliant. I see people do this sort of stuff on their driveway better than this. But public can buy them for £6 grand, brand new. Grab yourself a bargain. If you can see here, they've put the number plate in the wrong place. That was good of them. But yeah, I'm hoping the tank fits on here and it doesn't protrude past and poke into the wheels. So I'm gonna see if the tank will fit between the wheels here, and then hopefully we can get that on there, and the feet might even sit on these rails here. Hopefully. Oh, we've got room. We've got room. Let's put this up here. Oh my God. That might even go on there. Ha! Look at this. Look at this. Oh God. So that's not gonna be definitely fit, because obviously we've got new wheels and we haven't actually tried them on the back. I hope that the wheel doesn't stick any closer to the arch, because that tire is so compact to the arch, and if it comes any closer it'll probably touch the tank and all the body and everything like that. So wishful thinking on that side, but I do believe that the wheels that we got are like poke wider. Ha, look at the tank in there. This is going to be so funny, but also really cool at the same time. This car is, I don't know, I've been so excited. I was contemplating doing this myself. Luckily someone else has done it for me, so I don't have to invest my own money into doing this, which is good. One of the things that I was kind of concerned about and wasn't too sure was the fact that usually you connect your management and compressors straight to the battery, and then you get an ignition live for the management. So this car has a little battery just underneath here. Look at that little battery there. So I think this is a 12-volt battery on its own, and I think that behind it here is potentially a actual big battery for the car, just underneath here, which you can't actually see. Yeah, there you go. It's like in a box which looks like it's bolted together, so I'm assuming there's a big battery in there, and then this is for, wow, 12 volts. So we can put the compressor straight to this, maybe. I hope so. We're gonna need to. It's a very small battery. And then I need to find a ignition live source. I'm assuming this car has a fuse box or something. It's got to have a fuse box somewhere. Maybe not your traditional fuse box like you would normally find on all the other cars, but I'll have to try and find it. We'll need to do something. It must have a fuse for all the lights and stuff like that. I don't know, I'll just figure out as I go along. Obviously I'm not going to be crazy and try and tap into the big main battery, because I do believe that I'd probably blow myself up because I don't do electronics that well. Anyway, yeah, underneath here there is not a lot of room, but enough room, if that makes sense. I can obviously put the tank all the way up there. There's also another little trick that we could do, which I might do anyway, is we can literally take this whole rear bumper off, which goes all the way back here, which I'll show you a picture of now, and you can see it's literally fully stripped, naked, so I won't have to be working straight underneath this bumper, upside down and stuff. I can literally just get it from the outside, and then I can sort of make the rest of the car work from there. And it's got like a little skeleton, so as long as I don't protrude any of the metal work too much, we should be golden. I'm gonna obviously have to weld some brackets to this frame, so if anyone knows how to fully disconnect the big main battery, let me know. There's big power cable here, cable tied away from the suspension. Yeah, look, there it is. There's the big power cable that obviously goes from the front to the back to the motor, just like nearly rubbing all over the struts and stuff. So that's fun. And obviously we've got sleeve bags, so we should be able to sort the clearance out there. There shouldn't really be a problem. This is plastic. This bit's metal. There's loads of clearance to that. But we might have to move this out the way and go opposite way around the chassis there. If it rubs. If it rubs, that is. Annoyingly, the front bumper won't lay on the ground. It will be this that will lay on the ground, like where the little tiny tow hook is. Imagine getting towed in this. How embarrassing. But yeah, this car is gonna be incredible. The way I look at it, it's just a very, very small Golf or a Polo or a Lupo. Suspension's all the same at the end of the day, so let's just hope it works. Also, thing to notice, look at the number plate. Make of that as you will. You might not be getting many of those in that, but we'll see. And as you're probably aware by now, my ramp is extremely slow. And when you've got like, I don't know, 400 kilos, it's not even that. I bet this weighs like 200 kilos. This takes way too long. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna just look to see if I can see a fuse box inside somewhere. Because obviously we could power everything off that 12-volt battery, but if we don't have an ignition live, that's going to be a problem. We should be able to tap into something, but it should have a normal fuse box, but I don't know anything. It's the first electric car I've ever worked on, so I don't know. Right, after a quick Google, I found a fuse box. It's in here. It's obviously for the washers and stuff like that. I think this is where you fill your washers in here. If you got rear-ended than this, you'd be so dead. Anyway, so there's a fuse box in there. So that's the ignition live. Which means that if we just disconnect the little 12-volt battery for the car, which I assume that's what all the lights and wipers and heaters and stuff already run off. If we just put the compressors, the management to that, we should be gravy. I'm not quite sure how much those twin compressors are going to drain. Hopefully not loads. Obviously don't want it to kick in and drain the battery straight away with the compressors and then lose like 5 miles range. That would really, really, well, not be good. But another thing, I'm not quite sure how it works, but if you plug in your phone and turn heaters on and stuff, it does kill your range. But obviously it has a big battery underneath your seat here. Surely the range is taken by that, and then the actual battery for the little battery is for the lights and stuff. And that shouldn't really affect your range. But I don't know how it works, but someone else might be able to tell me. I'm not clued up. I would like to learn to see if I can disconnect the main battery in case I need to do any welding. If I can easily, great. If I can't, then I'll just build it as a bolt-on sort of thing, so I don't have to weld to the chassis. I'm just thinking, like, because I need to mount the compressors, I need to mount bars across to like put compressors on and stuff, and the tank and whatnot. Yes, I could do it bolt-in, but if possible, it'd be nice to just go tag it in. But I can bolt it in if that isn't the case. It'd probably be easier for me to do. I know it's an electric car, so I'd probably have to be careful what I do to the car. And if you're welding to a car, you should always take the battery off anyway. Ah! I've just drawn blood. That bit of weld. That hurt me. It's funny. This is apparently like the inside structure, like it's got like RTV smeared along the the welds, which is literally the same in every single AMI ever. So if you're looking at that going, wow, that's built terrible, they are. That's just what they are. But they're really, really cheap for a reason, and you get what you get. Lovely bit of purosity in the world for the seatbelt there. You're gonna die in a crash anyway. You don't even need the seatbelt. Just open the door. But yeah, this is the next big build on the channel. Obviously, I would stick around for this build. It's going to be funny. I think it's actually going to look really, really good once it's done. And I do believe it will be the first in the world. Not that I really care for world's first, but this is the meme car. So it means the absolute most to me to do this first. So hopefully this one gets loads of views. I cash in on the ad revenue and I'll buy 10 of them and we'll just have like a big endurance race in them and see what happens. I think that'll be a great episode. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be done before Christmas. I'm excited. A lot of other stuff on the channel as well. Thank you very much. Goodbye.